Hello. Hold on, I'm doing a thing. Live streaming. See if this is working. We'll put it on live chat. And I'm gonna have to get that out of there. Okay. I think we're in it to win it. Woo.
Jeff Ham has become a member of the party people. Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday, y'all. Thank you for becoming a member of the party people, Jefferson. We appreciate you. And your contributions to Thunderhorse Descendant. Why is that happening? Why is my chair so short? Okay, so here's the dealio. Here's the dealio. So, things happened yesterday. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Things happened yesterday. The internet went out. Things and stuff. Jefferson fixed my lights, so I have these lights. Now this one doesn't work. But these ones are working. That's all that we need, right? So those ones are working. Jefferson rewired my entire computer. I'm so excited. Like, it's not just like looks like cords blew up back there, so that's good. We've called the internet people. We tried to hook the computer up like directly onto the line as we discussed before. But when we move the box in here, this thing doesn't work. They shut it off for reasons, I guess, the internet guy said. So they're going to come over here one day next week and they're going to put it on the Ethernet cable. Things happened. Yeah, things happen. Things are happening. This is not on live chat. Oh my goodness. Okay, where are we at here? Good morning, everybody. Things happened. We expected nothing else. I know. We better put this on Do Not Disturb. I was just on Chewy live chat with the vet. Lily's got things happening. I gotta put this on Do Not Disturb. Do not disturb me. Oh, I have to wish Cindy a happy birthday. Okay. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know Cindy. She was at the wedding. She wore Rosanna's circlet. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Cindy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a happy birthday. Because it's your birthday, and we hope it's happy, and we hope you have all the fun, and the presents, and the love, and the laughing, and it's your birthday, and I love you, bye. That's how you send happy birthday messages, in case you're wondering. Jeff says he was just doing IT things. What was I doing on this phone? Oh, yeah. Putting it on Do Not Disturb Me. Do Not Disturb Me. I don't have a Bixby anymore. I got a guy from Google. See, watch. Maybe he won't do it now. It's on disturb. Hey, Google. Oh, he did pop up, but he ain't talking. Okay, got that accomplished. I was on the chatty chat with the vet. So, the vet said, so I have an appointment. I thought I got an appointment for June 17th yesterday. Turns out it was July, and I was like, that's too far away. So I've called the home vet. I have to go home on the 23rd anyways. So I'm like, maybe I'll just take Lily with me if they can do a 23rd appointment, which I'm sure they'll be able to do because they're awesome. Anywho, in the interim, she gave me some stuff we got to do. So Lily's having like some allergy situation, and we think that it is environmental allergies and allergies with the food again. So they've taken beef away. They said beef right after chicken because she's allergic to chicken. bad? And I said, well, I started giving beef and lamb cans from Blue Diamond, and they said, maybe not that. Maybe you shouldn't do that. And I was like, oh. So they said, try keep the lamb. The lamb is less likely to be problematic, but they were like, the beef, probably not good. And I was like, great. So anyway, we're taking the beef away. And then they gave me a shampoo, a mousse, and I got to do a foot cleaning paw situation for whatever she's getting outside here. And but I think she had it before, but that's when we were coming back to North Dakota and we were going to the farm, and I don't know if she got something at the farm or what happened. And now it's worse that we're here. So anyways, things and stuff with the dog. Keo is allergic to chicken, and now we think all protein. Hydrolyzed dog food. Is that the kind you get only at the vet's office where it has like 2 ingredients? Yeah, my vet talked about that too. Not this one, the one from home. But we're going to there's an air conditioner on in here. We're going to take away the beef cans, and then we're going to do one of the bath dip. I had to get this special shampoo. You know, they always got shampoo. I do it once a week with that, and then they gave me like a mousse to put on throughout the week in between, like every other day, because she's very itchy and it's causing problems. I can help with that. I am a canine health coach. Well, Debbie. I got it through Chewy via vet. Hydrolyzed protein. In some cases, salmon. So, like, protein stuff is removed in some way. Yeah, so Lily Reese already eats the salmon sensitive stomach food. And that significantly helped because she was, like, puking all over all the time. She's a very sensitive dog, okay? And she was, when we got her, so she was my mom's dog, right? And she used to just eat table scraps and stuff. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, and then when we got her, she just was constantly puking everywhere. And I'm like, why are you puking all over the place? And then she wouldn't eat, and she was very finicky about her eating. She would only eat every couple days, and I was like, what is happening? And then, because we had Jake. Y'all remember Jake. Jake ate everything in the house. Jake would eat the house if we let him. Anyway, so was working on that this morning. In addition to that, we had some things. Jeff did some stuff. We got some things working on the computer, which is good. We have an arrangement. The guy is supposed to come and hook all this, like turn this thing on. Like the thing that plugs into the wall in the room, they turned it off for some reason. You remember back in the day when you used to screw that thing into your TV, the cable thing, the cable cord for your TV? That thing isn't working. And that's what we need, I guess. Jakey Toes, yes, Jakey Toes would eat the house if we let him. Seriously, like everything. He ate everything. It was a problem. Remember when he used to eat cat toys? That was a problem. Hi. Anyway, so we're working on Lil. So she's laying in the bed. You guys, this is she's like, I'm sick. I'm laying in the bed. So I have a towel on the bed because she wants to lay on the bed. So she's on the towel and she's just cuddled up with Jeff's pillow and my Squishmallow and Bunsen. And she's like, I'm just going to be in here. I'm in the bed for the day. And I'm like, okay. All right. That's fine. Oh, Wint. And Wint is here in the co-horse chair. She's upset, Steady Spaghetti, because I kicked her out. She's sleeping. She's in my chair. Now she's over here. She's just like, ugh. Yeah. Can't do anything. Just have to get moved around. Huh, Wint? Yeah. Poor thing. Oh, you poor thing. She's just poor. Okay, so, anywhooty, I think the only other issue right now is, no, there's something on my phone. What's this saying? Teach Google to recognize your voice. I don't want to. Can I do that later? Go back. No, I don't want to turn it off. Oy vey. What do you want me to do? All right, let's do it. Say, hey Google, help me write thank you notes. Hey Google, what's the weather tomorrow? Funny. So that phone is showing me the weather because I just asked for it. And this one's asking me to say, hey Google, what's the weather tomorrow? Hey Google, explain how a rainbow is formed. Okay Google, set a timer for 5 minutes. Set your timer for 5 minutes. Okay, are we good? We're good. Thank you. I can use my camera. Hey Google, turn my timer off.
I couldn't find any active timers to turn off.
Wasn't talking to you. Alright. Got all the assistants under control now. Now that we got all of our assistants together. You guys, let's bead. Oh, yeah, we can't bead. Hold on a second. What is this under my desk? It's a cat box. Okay. Mr. Bunsen was up here doing his nighttime work, it appears, and everything is covered in cat hair. So we're going to switchy-roo. We're going to switchy-roo this, because this needs to be cleaned now. I'm just going to move this over so it's not just gross. And we'll just deal with this at a different time. Okay. You just turned the timer on my tablet? Oh my goodness. I guess in 5 minutes everything is going to start beeping. Everything will just be beeping. Where's my face? Why is my face not on this camera screen? Ugh. Lordy. Joe. Get over here. Red dragon. Nope. Says nope. Whoops. Bat phone. Droid camera. Where is it? It should be here. It's not here. Why isn't it here? Okay, well, Carol, I don't know. We'll have Jefferson look at that when he gets home. That and 800 other things.
This sounds like an incomplete thought, or a note to yourself. If you'd like me to do something with this, please tell me what you're referring to and what you'd like me to do with it. For example, you could say, can you remind me to tell Jefferson to look at the attached document when he gets home? Please draft an email to Jefferson asking him to look at the sales report when he gets home. Let me know how I can help.
Draft an email to Jefferson asking him to add the Red Dragon camera to my down screen when he returns home from work. Oh, all that and then they didn't do it. Alright. We're going to bead now if you're refusing to do your job. Get off my screen. I had to mute you because my Google lady was answering. Yeah, all of the Google is going to be going crazy here pretty soon. Sorry, I got to stop messing with it. This sounds funny. Okay, here we go. So, yesterday, before we were rudely interrupted, I was talking about making this bracelet. So, I started it before I realized you guys weren't there anymore. And this is what it looks like. So this was the design in which we started yesterday. So I started it, and then I realized you guys weren't there, and then I was like, oh, I just went a little bit more, because now I only have like 4 or 5 beads to put on, and we have seen this before. We've done knotting before. We know how to do knotting. If you don't know how to do knotting, though, I saved a couple beads so you can know what to do. My phone will be talking with an attitude. Yeah, well, the phones are crazy. Okay, so, oh yeah, the air conditioner turned off. So I'm using my tweezer. If you don't have this tweezer, you can get it on Thunderhorse Descendant. We have these ones. We also have them in black. I'm using 0.5 millimeter C-long cording, which I also think we have on Thunderhorse Descendant. And if not, I have some to restock. I was going to do some restocking yesterday, and then I had no internet, so that didn't work. I'm using a clamshell in red bronze to start this, and then we just started with the knotting. So here's the move. Here's the move. I got to make sure that I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Doot. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy. And then this guy. And then this guy. Because Mr. Bunsen has rearranged all of my beads. Where's this one supposed to go? What's going on with these two? Nothing? Maybe they're extra. Alright. So here we go. This is the move. This is the move. So we're just going to put this guy on there. And we're going to wrap this around like so. Really easy. The timer went off. Good. 1, 2. You're just going to wrap around there 2 times. You're going to come in with the tweezer. Go through the loop and get a hold of this base wire. Wherever you want your knot to be is where you're going to squeeze it. Right? So we're squeezing it right there. This loop-de-loo should be on the tweezer. It should not be over here flooping around and doing whatever. It needs to be on the tweezer. And then we're going to take this tail, we're going to pull it straight up, tightly, like so. So now you have this. All right. Then we're going to remove the tweezer. And then we're going to put our tweezer right here, and we're going to push and pull at the same time. So we're going to push the tweezer into the mat, and we're going to pull the tail. This is going to push your knot down, and then you're going to push it up a little bit to lock it into place. And there you are. And that's the move. That's it. That's all it is. We'll go again. We'll go again. Good morning. 1, 2. Through the loop to the base cord. Pull it straight up. Put it down. Push and pull. Hey. I don't want to be nosy, but I happen to notice, so I guess I'm kind of nosy. Let me just keep myself out of the hot water. Do you all have any beady time, like gossip or tea that you know about that I don't know about stuff? Keep getting kicked out. Is it me? It's possible that it's you, Kim. I have not seen anything on here that says that it's dropping frames, so okay. And then I switched these two around, so I'm going to go this way. I had heard that Beadaholic is going out of business. Anyone else? I did not hear that. No, but now I want to know your tea. Well, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, and I could just be way out of the loop. But, hi kids, I'm late for the party. It's okay. Did you bring chips? Did you bring ice? I had to order ice to the house. We have no, I ordered an ice maker. yesterday. There's a couple of things that I can't live with, and one of them is ice. Like, I can't live without. And I didn't know that was a thing until we got a fridge with an ice maker in it. Like, you know, like at home we had like an ice maker. I drink all the water and I was so good with my water doings. And then now I don't have an ice maker and I'm like, oh. So I told Jefferson, I'm just going to order one. He's like, yeah, do it. So I did. We discussed counter space situation. Art Beads is buying Beadaholic inventory. Yeah. Art Beads. Hold on, let me get my life together. Art Beads. Yeah, oh, okay. Is buying Beadaholic's inventory. Sarah Lovecraft said not art beads. Goody beads, but not art beads. I did find out Beadaholic is part of Art Beads, so they will eventually move all of their inventory to Art Beads' website. Well, there you go. Does anybody know what's going on with Miss Candy? I seen a message the other day. She said she was not working. She was doing some kind of healing up. Is she sick? Or having some kind of situation? Has anybody heard from Amy? What's going on with that? I don't have the time to keep up with everybody. I think Dakota Stones finally sold off. Not Dakota Stones. I think Goody Beads finally got transferred over. I seen they had some sale things coming out, and I seen that Kathy. Is Kathy? She was having some final retirement sales. She was in the hospital and had a surgery. Back to work from what I can tell. Oh, okay. Amy's back on lives. Oh, good. Been wondering about Candy. She had surgery, but I don't know what it's for. Amy has posted some videos. Oh, good. Slowly. What's happening? Yeah, I'm not trying to be nosy, but do you guys have any information? I'm curious if everything's fine. Oh, yeah, this would be perfect size for me. Okay, so now here's how you do the end, in case you're wondering. So on this end, when I started it, I made sure to tie the first thing before I put on any beads. I put a knot. You don't really need that. I just did it for looksies. Okay, and then so over here, I'm gonna take my little clamshell. I'm gonna open it up. I'm sticking it in there. Now, my wrist is pretty small. It's like a 6 1/4. And I'm going to put an extender on here. A little bit of extenderizing. I might not need that if I'm going to keep it. But if I wanted to sell it, I put extender on there. So keep that in mind when you're making more. Like if you needed to put on a few more beads or whatever situation. To make it like an average 7 or what have you. So I'm just going to put that on there like that. And then I'm just going to tie the knot like I normally would. She sells boxes and makes videos. They're going out of business, moving their items to Art Beads. I like to have knots between the beads of the clamshell. Will you be getting bright silver clamshells for the website? Mary, you know what? Yes. I think I have some. But they're in the hasn't been sorted inventory situation. Okay, so through the loop to the base cord, as we normally do. Now, the only thing different here is nothing. We're just going to get it down there as low as we can. You just want to make sure you don't get your loop hung up around your clamshell here. Let me see. Is that already happening? No, we're good. When you're tying your knot, and then you're going to push and pull to lock it into place, just as we would normally do. This is what we got. A little bit hard to see because it's black cord. Then you're going to get out your handy dandy glue. Super glue. Loctite, Ultra Gel, Control. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to give a little gluing on the knot. Just a smidge. Like half a whisper. Nothing crazy. It's not being crazy. Where is my cutter? Yeah, yesterday I was gonna do some some restocking and stuff, and the internet went out like when we got kicked off the internet. I guess like the internet went out in like a lot of the United States, they said, and it was out all day. I don't know why. So I was just like, oh, I guess we're not doing anything on the internet. Then I was having a nervous breakdown. Hold on, I want to turn this air off. And I was telling Jefferson Ham, you have to fix this. I can't just be having an internet job and not be doing anything on the internet. And he was like, yeah, lady, gonna have to calm down. And I was like, don't tell me to calm down. And then he came home, he went to the store and he got all the things to fix my computer up. And so that's what we did last night. So at least we have this live this morning. We don't have everything working, but most of it. Okay, we're going to trim that up pretty close. Sorry, I got to hide you while I was over on Jeff's desk. You know, for breakfast. We're going to close this up. Like so. You don't have to Hercules it or anything, but just make sure it's closed. And now, let's see. Red bronze. Going to do probably a lobster claw clasp, and these look interesting. So I have two of these boxes now, because one was from my YouTube live desk, and then one was from my YouTube recording desk. So now I have two. So I gotta get myself straightened out. Okay. So, oh yeah, I do have some of those. So here's some jump rings. Have you started your wifely duties? No, not yet, because I have to get myself together before I can be worried about anybody else. So, I haven't gotten myself together yet. I'm working on it. Oh, also, and then, I guess we're waiting to hear from the, apartment people. So, weirdness, of course, per the usual. So, Jeff talked to the apartment lady and was like, hey, my wife and my dog and my two cats are moving and lottie-dottie. And they were like, yep, no problem. And then yesterday, the landlord called and was like, your neighbor below you is upset because you're loud. And we're like, I'm like, well, I'm here all the time. And they're like, well, they're concerned about your dog. I was like, my dog lays in the bed all day long, so it's not the dog. It's me. It's me moving back and forth. And so anyways, they're like, oh, well, we don't know if you can have pets in the apartment. And I was like, well, that's interesting, because every person in this apartment has a dog. So, okay. And then she's like, well, I'm going to talk to Jefferson next week, and we're going to come up with, and I said, yeah, you talk to Jefferson. You'd be better off. So Jefferson is going to meet with her next week to see if we still have a place to live. And if not, then I guess we're leaving. Because that's how they do it in North Dakota. Nobody's surprised. Nobody is surprised. My back while I paint this brass. Oh, you're painting brass? Have you started doing... Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen. I was freaking out yesterday, but Jeff was like, I don't think anything is gonna happen. I was like, okay. He's like, I talked to her about it. So, I don't know if she is like, forgot they talked about it, or what is happening, or now she's just mad because the neighbor's mad, or whatever the hell. I don't know. So I was just like, whatever, man. Whatever. Randy, yeah, better for you to not be talking to me. Yeah, that's, I don't do very well when people talk to me. I'm just like, especially, that's not true. I do, but like when they're like trying to do some kind of craziness, I'm like, no, you better talk to Jefferson. Like, you better talk to Jefferson because he has way more patience and he likes to be nice to people. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, you're trying to screw me around. We already talked about this. No. Nope. So, I don't know. And they have a rapport, him and the lady, because he's been talking to her since he moved in here. You know. Ooh, do I want to use this one? Questions. I think I need a little one for my... Yeah, I just, I get upset when my plans get changed by people who are not me. Which, by the way, is not a good trait. That's not good, FYI. But I can't help it. Well, that's what I said. I said when you live in an apartment, I said it makes sense because for a year before Jeff moved here, this apartment was empty. And then Jeff moved in, but he goes to work every day. And he's gone, during the day. And then he comes home and Jeff just lays in the bed, doesn't do anything. Like after work, really. I mean, he's not like up here doing Pilates or anything. He just comes home and like plays on his internet and then goes to bed. And he's just one single man, So there's that. And then hey, what's going on here? You're not gonna get in there? And yeah, so I was like, but we were moving. I think it was more so like when we were like moving our stuff in and they were mad. But they've gotten mad before. For like just being like living in the apartment, and I'm just like, yeah, that's how it is when you live in an apartment. That's the perk of living on the third floor, is you don't have anybody above you. You know what I mean? And if you wanted that perk, you could very well live on the third floor as well. But there's some drawbacks to living on the third floor. You have to go up all the stairs. You have to go up all the stairs, and if you don't want to do that, then you don't get to live on the third floor. I don't know what to tell you. These are the things. These are the days of our lives. But whatever. So I was like, okay, lady, well, you figure out what you're doing. I suppose she's probably just going to be like, we're going to need more money because you're pets and whatever else, which is fine. It's fine. I was going to put one on the end, but I think I'm good. Yeah, see, I don't really even need any for the end for myself. Yeah, well, I'm home all day, so you think that would be like... I don't know how I feel about this one level jumper. I'm like, I want it to either be 2, or maybe I need to put a fat one, but the fat one seems to be being problematic. Let me try it. These are vintage red bronze oval jump rings. They're twisted. I just didn't want too much extra space, but it is what it is, I guess. There we go. I would tell you how large it is, but I haven't unpacked my cone yet. I don't know where my cone is at. But I'm guessing it's a 7 at this point. With little links, so it could be larger. Do 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 do. Yeah. Okay, so there is my little turtle bracelet. Hi, Jan. Maybe she needs a deposit because you're home all day. Yeah, probably. Well, here's the deal. Let us not forget. Also, another reason. Right, Randy's like, yeah, you'll be better off talking to Jefferson. Randy, camera. Randy is also a landlord in North Dakota. Let us not forget. So I'm like, okay. So we'll see what she comes up with. That's what I'm saying, Marianne. You either need to find another place to live or you need to get your butt up on the 3rd floor. I can't help you if you... This is just daily living. Because here's the thing. What if I had a bunch of kids? What if I was up here and I had a bunch of kids? You know how kids be doing. Jumping around, jumping off the couch and running across the house and screaming and crying and carrying on. How would they be affected by that? Am I being discriminated against because I do not have children? Therefore, you're just going to be mad about my dog who's laying in the bed. She's laying in the bed with the cat. Nobody is moving. No. And I'm here. So it's not like my dog is just going to go to the bathroom. Because let me tell you a story. I've been here also visiting in the past and recent. And every person in this building has a dog. And I've never seen any of these people outside with their dog. Besides that one girl who had her dog outside with no leash, with the pit bull who attacked Lily last time we were home. Remember that? She's the only one I've ever even seen take their dog outside. So where are their dogs going to the bathroom? So I don't think we should be so concerned about with what Randy's doing and what I'm going to be doing while I'm home all day. That's my theory. And that's why, note the attitude and the sassy pants, you need to talk to Jeff. Because Jeff was like, oh, I'll go down there and apologize to her for being loud. I'm like, oh, for being a human? You're going to apologize for being a human? While you're down there, tell her... I said bad words. Yeah, I was not happy. But it's just because I'm cranky. This is why. I'm sassy pants because I'm cranky. I'm hungry, I'm angry, I'm lonely, I'm tired. I've been moving for 4 months, it feels like. And I just don't want people to talk to me. I'm whiny, and I don't care about your 2nd floor problems. I don't care. So this is where we're at today. Although I did have words with the lady who keeps door dinging Jeff's car. I did do that. I don't know if Jeff's on here. I don't know if he knows that. But the other day, because Jefferson is a wonderful man, because he's Jefferson. So he gave me his parking spot. So I can now park my van up here closer to the house instead of having to park it on the street. So he moved his car to the street, and now I get to park where he's parking. However, for the last, I don't know how many amount of times, the lady who parks next to him, which is the lady who lives across the hall from us, has been door dinging his car, because his car is blue and her truck is red, and he's got all kinds of red door dings on his car, which he can't see because he's colorblind, but I can. And I was like, hey, what's going on with this? And then 2 weeks before we moved in, she broke his mirror. His mirror on his car. And I was like, you need to call the cops so you have so you have documentation. So he did that. And then I was down there the other day and they were packing all their laundry up to go to the laundromat. And I was getting in my van and I was like, hey, if there is one door ding on my van, it's not gonna be all nicey nice like it is with Jefferson. We already have documentation from the police that you've been breaking and vandalizing cars. And I was like, and I will be pressing charges, just so you know. And she was like, oh, please don't do that. I don't have insurance. And I said, that seems like a you problem, not a me problem. And that's all I said. So, again, I am tired and I have my sassy pants on and cranky. But I park way over. Like half, so you know how a parking spot would be? I park in the middle of my parking spot. Nobody parks on the other side of me. That's the driveway, so I can do that and not be like, whatever. So I've done my due diligence in trying to be nice and be like, whatever. But, like, no. No. You already broke Jeff's mirror and dinged his car all up. Clearly you have no thoughtfulness for other people's things. So, no. Makisha says, sassy pants, sassy shirts, sassy socks, all the sass. Yeah, so I need to stop it before I screw around and get us messed up in North Dakota. But anyways, I'm like, okay, I just need to get, here's the thing. My bead room isn't together. My internet's not working. Once I get that all straightened out, fine. But this just goes to show how when people are having problems in their own life, they just want to try to take it out on other people. That's me. And you can't do that. Which is what Jefferson told me when I was like, yeah, well, while you're down there, tell her I said. And he was like, I'm not going to do that. So, anywho, I'm working on it. But yeah, so that's what I got going on today. I have this little tiny piece of string. I don't think this little tiny piece of string is going to help me. You know what, though? We need to find a house to move into. Well, yeah. So our plan is that we're going to be here for like a year. We're going to sell our house. And then we're going to look for another house. But all the houses right now are like $1 million out here for some dang reason. Because it's the oil field. I mean, I know. It's not any dang reason. It's the oil field. I know that. This little turtle is so cute. I'm digging it. Okay, patootie. But, yeah. Get a life. Yeah, I know. But, we're playing well with others. We can do it. When I say we, I mean mostly Jeff. And I just do my beading. Oh, I did make this yesterday. I found this. It was a half done project. I pulled it out of the box. You can't see me. I've just been taking boxes and just putting them away one at a time, doing my best, right? And so yesterday I was unpacking boxes and I found this. It was a half done project. It was rolled up in a bead mat. It was a different project. And I looked at it and I said, I don't even like this. I said, I don't even like this. That's from like a couple years ago. So I tore it apart and I just decided to just string it up. So it's just like a mix of check glass and seed beads. And then it's got this big old ammonite as the focal. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. I dig it. I'm not mad at it. So we got that. I did order more of these because I like them. And, you know, we're going to be mermaids. We're going to be mermaids in Houston. And I was like, oh, I might need some of those. They're huge. Do you see how big they're? They're pretty big. So I'm excited about it. Let's try it on. A half rolled up bead mat? I know. No, really? Yeah, that's Randy. That's how Randy rolls. With half rolled up bead mats. And a fuzzy camera. Camera, get your life together. You got one job. says, no, I do not want to have my life together. Boop. It's pretty long. I'm cool with that. These are, I don't know if y'all remember these. We had small clamshell, the plastic clamshells, full of check glass mixes. Do you guys remember this? That we got from TF? That was from this. This is what this was. Mine was a blue one. It was one of those small ones. And they were like $2.99 or something. $3.99. And yeah. And then I just added this as a focal. And I thought it was pretty cute. So it's like just mixy bead soup beads kind of situation. But I'm for it. I'm for it. That piece is from your own impression bundle. This one? That could be too. I don't remember. It probably. Gloria! Gloria's using her beading powers for bad. We don't shame people. We just tell them the really, really sorry about those really truthful, honest things I said. Whale Bubbles bundle. Yeah! Well, I was whale bubbling it up. Maybe I need to take my own advice and be better. I don't know. Alright, so I do have this little smidge of stuff, and I don't want, I mean, why let it go? Why let it go, you know, just undone? So we have a few minutes. So I'm just going to put these, and then this, obviously it will not make, it's not going to make the right amount. Let me see if I got another clamshell. But it will make like a part of a bracelet. Clamshell, clamshell, clamshell. Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta restock my clamshells too, by the looks of things. But I can make this like a part of it, and then maybe we'll do like some stringing on the other side to make it interesting, you know? A little razzle dazzle, if you will. Tariff scams. Call business and carriers directly. Press. Sure not to press on links and call businesses and carriers directly. Dun dun dun. Okay. This one still has a needle because this is the one we were just using. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a knot at the end. So if you want to know how to start one of these, this is the same way kind of how you end it. You just, it's backwards. So go 1, 2, and you just pull that down here to the end. Bum, 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 bum. And then you have a knot. You're going to take a little clammy shell, and you're going to open it up so it's kind of flatter. Now, starting this side, you put on backwards. You put on this way. Right? Not this way, like you would think, because then it'll be backwards. You got to put on the other way, like this. Boop. Okay, like that. Then we get our little glue. How many of you are not doing the knot? How many of you are not like doing a lot of knotting, or you're not really into the clamshells, or you haven't used a lot of the C-long cording? You have it, but you're not using it. Are you raise your hand. Gloria says, no, you don't shame people. I'm a New Yorker. Okay, we'll give you that. I am from the Midwest, Gloria. I'll give you that. Me. That would be me. Rosanna. I would love to give a piece of jewelry and say, hey, I understand that you think I'm loud. I hope you enjoy this. Here you go. You guys have some good ideas. They're a little bit, you know, I guess they're better than just being angry and mean. I'm not going to be any of those things. I let it go to the universe. I'm done. I guess if we got to move, we got to move. And maybe we'll get into something else. The only thing is about that is it's way more expensive. Which is why I didn't want to do it. Because the whole point is we're supposed to be saving money, you know. But it's fine. It might just affect my time, you know, having to pack it all up again. I guess it's not all unpacked, so we got that going for us. Silver lining. So I'm going to squish this together. Boop. I don't squish it all the way when I close it. I squish it a little bit, and then I come in and I just make sure that everything's in there. And I don't Hercules it, but I just kind of make sure it's lined up a little bit. And we're ready to go. And now we tie our first knot. Because again, this knot doesn't really do anything, but it's just for in the end, then everything is symmetrical. It must be an East Coast thing. Wish I could say I wasn't, but it is one of my favorite techniques. Yeah? Why do you want it to not be your favorite technique, Kim? The knotting? We're talking about the knotting, right? I was inspired by your start on the bracelet yesterday, and I made a knitted bracelet last night. Oh. Macrame knots. Oh, that sounds fun. I try to be into the macrame and things, but sometimes I just... the knots, the different knots, you know? I have to be in a mood for that. The different kind of knots. Like the... what's that one they're always doing with the 4 under, over, something or other? And then there's like a carousel knot. That one I can do. I mastered that one when I was in grade school. I gotta go. Have a great weekend. Okay, have a good weekend, PK. Knotting is one of my favorite techniques. Yeah. Me, Sparkly's me, Debbie, me, Jan, me. Well, it's actually pretty fun if you get into it. Let's see. Go. No, let me go this way because I have more of these ones. I just didn't want to let this little piece of string go to waste. We're just doing the same move as we did before. And then this will just be like a piece of it. We could finish it off. You could put a jump ring on here. You could finish it off with a piece of chain on the other side, stringing of some sorts. You know, charms, like a lot of things you could do. Asymmetrical situation. I am making a macrame chakra bracelet today on my live. Oh, that sounds fun. I am going to, what do I gotta do today? Well, there's lots to do, but I gotta try. I'm gonna try to get everything together for the sale that we're supposed to have on Monday. Question mark. I'm hoping the sale goes through on Monday. The internet holds out and everything. Because on Monday is when the internet guy's supposed to be coming, and he's coming at 10:45, I guess. And lottie-dottie things and stuff. But I got to get everything loaded into the computer because we are officially out of all of the things that Molly had loaded for us. So now we got to do our own loading into the computer. Meaning I got to make listings and stuff. And I was going to do that yesterday because Thursday is usually, you know, days that I do that. But we had no internet yesterday, so we're backed up a day. I also have to go get everything out of the van so that when we go to the house this weekend, because we're going to the house, we're leaving tonight, going back to the house tonight, to get everything else out of there, basically everything, besides the bed. And so whatever we want to bring with us, I want to have room in the van. I'm going to bring Lily with me. And I was going to leave the cats home, but now with this lady carrying on the way she is, I don't know if I will. I might just bring them with me so I don't have to worry about it. They're traveling cats. They don't care. I'll talk to Jeff. He probably won't want to do that, but it is what it is. Dun, dun, dun. I have chakra beads, but I don't know how to line them up. Oh, so you're just going to look for the chakra symbol. There's a color related to each chakra symbol, and then you're just going to line them up that way. So I believe that it's clear, like if you start from the top and go down, it's clear, purple for the crown, blue, green, red, orange, yellow, black. I don't know, I might have to look. I would look. I know purple is for the crown. Dun, 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 dun. I have used fishing line, but not tied the Ceylon threads type string material. Oh, so the Ceylon thread is a nylon thread. It is a triple ply. So it's basically 3 pieces of nylon thread that's kind of, I don't know if you see, twisted together. You see that? Yes, that makes it a pretty strong thread. And that's one of the reasons I like it. Make it for the lady downstairs. We're going to call her Hilda. I don't know what her name is. Jeff's already been down there and talked to her once. That was before I was even here, because she was complaining about him being noisy. And he said it was like 9 in the morning on a Saturday or something. And he was just like making coffee. And she was like pounding on the floor. So I don't know. We'll see what the landlord says. It is what it is, I guess. Nothing I can do about it. I relinquish my right to have to care about it. Maybe I don't want to be where people are trying to be mean anyways. Okay, so I run out of the Sodalite hexagon beads, or whatever they're calling these, English cut blue jaspers or whatever they said. So I'm gonna finish this with the other clamshell, and then I have a piece, so then I'll have, so then I'll have this piece, and I could finish it, like, so this could be like the top of a bracelet. Sorry, let me zoom out a little bit. So it could be like the top of a bracelet, and I could have leather on the bottom. It could be like a side. I could finish it with chain on one side. More beads. I could just take these and just string them on the other side with maybe like a spacer or something. A lot of options to do. Ceylon is also called upholstery thread. Nylon, lots of colors, and I use it when I make malas for strength and durability. Yes, exactly. Yep. Okay, so now we have, see, that's why we put this knot on this side. So now we have a knot over here. We're just going to put this on. Boop. We're just going to go 1, 2. Come in with our tweezer. Treating this the same way we would a bead, just getting it really tight down there where we want it. Make sure I didn't tie it around the clamshell, which I don't think I did. Then hit it with some glue. Well, Carol, I don't know. I just said, okay, whatever. Whatever, man. Ooh, after we get off here, I'm going to have some breakfast. Let me share with you my little news. Well, it's not really news, I guess. It's an overshare. I'll let you guys know the tea about me, since we talked about the tea about other people. Just sharing all the secrets with you guys. So after we get off this live, I'm going to have my breakfast. I'm going to have fruit and I have these little like chocolate, I can't remember what they're called. They're like chocolate things, but they're actually made out of honey. You know, I eat them when we do the lives and stuff. They're like made out of honey. They're called Mama's something or other. Anyways, they're really good. So I'm going to have that. And then I'm going to take my ovulation test to see what's going on with that. Now, yesterday when I took the ovulation test, 3 days ago, I took it. It had an empty circle, which means negative. And then the other day I took it and I had a blinking smiley face, which means we're getting closer to ovulation time. We are looking for a steady smiley face is what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for today. So the moral of that story is that I'm working on the baby thing still. See, now we just have this little piece of string left, which I don't feel bad about getting rid of because this part has glue on it. So really it's just this much. No waste. Does she use a broom? She must to pound on the ceiling. So that's what I got going on over here. So here we go. This is our little piece of our bracelet, which we could use. We could also use it in a necklace if we wanted. Options. I'm going to put it in the box with the rest of the doings so that we can use it in another design. No. Marianne, she does not know that. Put that in there. Put my turtle in here. Put these back in here. I got these guys left. These agates were quite good. I really enjoy them, actually. I don't know what you guys did with your agates, but I like them. This can go to Amber. This is trashy trash. This is what we have left. We've just been designing on the fly over here. We have not really been doing designs or anything. Just winging it as we go along. Doing pretty good, I think. These I'm going to take with me tonight. I'm going to bag them up and take them to Amber so she can take photos of them. This is what we've made with our bargain bead box thus far. It's kind of a vibe. It's matchy. Well, I guess I didn't make any turtle earrings, so it's not technically matchy, but you know, coming from the same box, it's what do you call that? A theme, a collection. It's a collection. There we go. Yeah. So there's that. Looking pretty good. Oh my goodness. Could use chain or leather. Yes. Handbag charm. Could be. Yes. Deliciousness. Yeah. Pretty good. So I really like those. I like this bracelet. I like the way it turned out. I liked alternating and doing the vibe on here. I did switch it around. Like once I got to, I don't know if I pointed this out to you guys. Once I got to this middle one, I just then did it backwards. Because remember, I was like, oh, I'm going to do it backwards. Nobody will know. You remember? instead of doing that just on these two, I did it on the whole side. FYI on that. So basically this is the middle, even though this little charm is hanging down. So that was that. There we go. Oh, it's 10:05. 10:05. It's an Under the Sea collection. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at the peach. I think it was pretty good. The red bronze goes really well with the blue and the peach. Like peach, because I consider this to be like peach. This is not really my favorite, but it goes really well with the colorway that they got going on. I always think that I know sometimes we question, but I think Bargain Bead Box has it going on with their colorway situation, you know, for the most part. And they may pick a color that maybe is not your favorite color, but usually the stuff that they have that they do pick, it all goes together. So that's pretty good. They must put an awful lot of thought into it with the colors. I don't really care so much about the themes, you know, than I do with the colors. Because you can kind of, like, even if they have a theme and you're like, whatever, you don't have to go with that theme. You can still make stuff. But the colors, you can't change the colors. You know what I mean? Yeah. Good morning, Dot in North Carolina. If you only knew how sassy I could be. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Drive careful and say hello to Amber for us. Thanks so much and see you on Monday. Yes, I'm going to attempt to be here on Monday with a bead drop. That's my goal. I don't commit to anything anymore because things are happening left and right. Hopefully that happens. I will send an email. But yeah, so that's the plan anyways. I'll be back on Monday with a bead drop. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you all have a lovely, spectacular, amazing day. I hope you had a little bit of sassiness this morning. Hope you had a little bit of bead, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. Brain fog. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless and found a little bit of inspiration. That's the word I was looking for. Inspiration. Have fun and have a good weekend. I hope, I'm going to get everything out of my house this weekend, hopefully, and all that. We'll see what happens. All right, you guys, I hope you all have a lovely, spectacular, amazing weekend. I'll be back on Monday, hopefully with a bead drop. I will send an email, probably Sunday. Okay. Bye, guys.